Welcome to Share Talk, the only podcast where investors come first.
Hi, this is Zak Mir with the Bulletin Board Heroes here on Share Talk for Wednesday, the 22nd of July. Starting off with Alta Strategies, one of today's big movers. And the news here is that the shares managed to break the old 2017 resistance at 52 pence, stretched up to 82 pence intraday. We've got a rising trend channel that you can draw from 3 years ago, top of the channel there at 72 pence. And a retest of that 72 pence area and maybe a bit more on the cards while we hold above the old 52 pence high. Any dips towards 52 pence in the meantime currently regarded as a buy the dip opportunity, and only really back below 50 pence on an end of day close, or perhaps a weekly close, if you can give it that much air, would really negate the upside or the breakout argument. Bit of a dance around over the recent days with Big Dish, but the announcement yesterday and further clarification today looks like it's settled the situation down. We've got a support line there from March, which was temporarily broken last week, 1.6 pence. But the view here is at least while we're above that 1.6 pence level, the shares could keep on trying to build. End of day close above that resistance line from last year at 2.7 pence, for hopefully third time lucky on that, would then open up the possibility of a move towards the top of the rising August trend channel at 6 pence over the following few weeks. Next up, a stock which I didn't look at because it was rather ungenerous comments about it on social media on Eve Sleep regarding the possibility of it being a bit of a ramp, but if you're looking at the charting situation only, you can see that the shares to start this week broke out of that triangle there from January, roughly around the 1.4 pence level, and they've also closed yesterday above the 200-day moving average at 1.66 pence. At least while there's no end-of-day close back below the 200-day line, we're looking for a top of 2020 price channel target as high as 4 pence over the next 4 to 6 weeks. Next up, a stock which has been a rather sleepy situation over the recent past. Hasn't really joined in the party in terms of the other pharma-related companies. But here you can see yesterday we had a good close for Oxford Biodynamics above the 50-day moving average at 68 pence. And at least while we're above that feature, we're looking for a top of March trend channel target as high as 105 pence. So looking rather more constructive there than of late. A couple of requests next in the form of Oriole Resources. Here we've broken that triangle from January and the 200-day moving average at 0.35 pence. The view at this stage is at least while we're above the 200-day line, we could hit or travel towards at least the March resistance line projection, currently heading as high as 0.8 pence. Next situation, a bit of a lap of honour, really. Don't normally follow these situations up just really for that purpose, but interesting to see that the shares did manage to overshoot the best case scenario target at 14 pence earlier in the session. They went up to 17 and a quarter. Be interesting to see whether we can close above 14 pence. If we do, then there's a possibility of a fresh leg to the upside. Probably not that great a possibility, but we could be heading towards the top of that resistance line projection from March up to 25 pence. So maybe 14, 15 pence plus up to 25 pence. But obviously, given how much the shares have already rallied, that is not a high conviction situation. Old peak at 10.84 in April. So while we're above that, bulls have every reason to be or to remain confident in that situation. Not surprisingly, with the gold price through the roof these days, we're seeing a lot of mining stocks, all shapes and sizes, on the front foot. Power metal resources rapidly heading up to the pre-designated target of 1.4 pence at the top of that rising one-year trend channel. And that target certainly valid while we hold above the initial resistance of this week just above the 0.8 pence level. Stock which could also be one that catches up with the general farmer excitement at the moment is Scancell Holdings. You can see here that there was a clear break of the falling wedge for the shares at the beginning of the week through the 20-day moving average as well. So let's say namely at 5.5 pence, and at least while we're above the 200-day moving average at 6 pence, we're looking for further gains here. Just how high the shares could climb is suggested by that December resistance line projection, currently running up to 11 or even 12 pence. Big picture target up to the top of that broadening triangle from the beginning of 2019, which would suggest 14 to 15 pence. But at least while above 6, looking for 11 or 12 here on Scancell. Just a couple of situations to go now. Sarium, a stock which covered a few times before. It's never really rushed higher as I might have wanted until perhaps today. Today we've easily cleared the 50-day moving average at 0.58 and also hit that initial target there, that April resistance line at 0.9 pence briefly. If we can get up to 0.9 pence again and consolidate there, the new target would be up to 1.3 pence, which is the top of the March trend channel. So let's see how we go there, and the 50-day line really as the stop loss on that. Finishing off with Alien Metals, here you can see that shares broken nicely above both the 200-day moving average at 0.13 pence and also the initial July resistance at 0.15. Above 0.15, we're looking for as high as 0.28 or 0.29 pence, perhaps even a bit more actually if you're pushing the resistance line there as much as I have just now, but around the 0.3 pence level while we hold above 0.15 for Alien Metals. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.
Thank you for listening. Remember to visit our website for more news and other podcasts at www.share-talk.com.